good dog.
He's such a good boy. Welcome to Wine Wars. Listeners, guess what we just did?
What did we do, Ann?
We just popped a dessert wine, and we thought that we would share it with you because we were thinking of you. Mm-hmm. So it's a Sauternes, which we know to be a deviation of the Sauvignon Blanc grape. Mm-hmm. And people, it's delightful.
The thing that I noticed when I opened this up, this is a Chateau Haut-Mayne.
Okay.
Am I saying that right?
I don't know.
Chateau, H-A-U-T.
I'm surprised that there's not an E at the end of that Haut.
Haute.
Like Haute Couture.
Haut-Mayne. I don't know.
There it is.
H-A-U-T.
Had to swirl
But
this
whatever.
again.
M-A-Y-N-E. So a Sauternes is a dessert wine. Mm-hmm. And
typically made from Sauvignon Blanc and
Semillon. Semillon. S-E-M-I-L-L-O-N?
I think so.
And with this one, you pronounce the S at the end, correct?
Sauternes? No, you do not.
I don't think
Oh.
so.
It's French. Just throw away the last half of the word.
All right.
Right.
I think the
If there's a
French
consonant,
generally just throw
don't
away
say.
most of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's right. But the grapes then have been subjected to detritus, right?
Botrytis.
That's what I said. Detritus is, yeah.
What is detritus?
It's like
It's
waste.
a rot.
Botrytis is a fungus.
Correct. So yes, it's a fungus that affects the plant. And essentially, it's really interesting when you look at it. It just looks like a mold is put on that, on the grape or the plant, whatever is impacted by it.
Botrytis.
Right. B-O-T-R-Y-T-I-S. Botrytis. And this is a fungus that really kind of draws out all the sugars from the grape, or excuse me, the liquid from the grape, leaving the sugars.
Yeah.
Correct. So in a lot of dessert wines, they're going to be very high in sugars that way. So like Sauternes and your ice wines as well, which are left on the vines for a really long time to let all that the water come out of the grapes and leave that sugar. So that's why your dessert wines are going to be served in a much smaller portion than you would a normal wine.
So
Although we got a healthy pour here
I'm
as well.
confused because I thought that there were two kinds of mold, and one was the noble rot, which creates the Sauternes.
It's the same thing. Noble rot, otherwise botrytis, otherwise known as botrytis.
Oh.
It just sounds cooler to say noble rot.
It does.
Regal.
Because when you look up what botrytis is, it's gray mold.
I thought it was ass cancer.
It's Botrytis cinerea.
It's ass cancer for grapes.
C-I-N-E-R-E-A. Botrytis cinerea. Otherwise known as noble rot.
But let's get down to what it really is, which is a delightful treat.
An infection of deliciousness.
Once you've had a meal, this is a spectacular. Should you not want to have an ice cream sandwich, you could have.
But why would you not?
I never understood dessert wine. And I was just such a purist about I like a red wine, maybe a white when it's hot out. And I've come to love all the new and interesting things that grapes can do. And this is certainly one of them. And in fact, I am slamming this as we're talking. That's interesting.
So we had never had this until our second or third anniversary.
Third wedding anniversary.
Third wedding anniversary. We went to
L'Etoile.
L'Etoile is a restaurant here in Madison. It's one of the best. Should get a Michelin star. It doesn't have one, but
I'm surprised it doesn't.
but they charge you like one.
But they treat you like one,
Yeah.
and they feed you like
This
one.
was the dessert wine that they brought us, and it just blew us away. They call this the nectar of the gods, and this comes from Bordeaux, France. So it's Semillon, Sauvignon Blanc, and Muscadet are the three grapes that you'll find in a Sauternes in some variations of percentages. But the flavors that you get on this, we haven't even jumped into that yet.
Oh, honeycomb?
Yeah.
Honeycomb,
And she's talking about the cereal people.
right.
Right. Definitely
Well,
not
giant
like...
serving
bee.
it cold, which makes it hard, I think, to pick up a lot on the nose.
Yeah, I've been swirling it, trying to warm it up a bit. But it's
But you should serve it cold.
super
cold.
sweet. Still has a little bit of that key lime that we were talking about on the Sauvignon
Floral.
Blanc, but floral.
Incredibly
killer.
golden
Lavender.
color.
like straw, like beautiful straw, like when you think of Rapunzel hair
Yeah.
from that movie. What the hell was it?
What was the book?
Cartoon. Tangled.
Oh, Tangled.
Tangled. Like that girl's hair. Just beautiful, like spun gold.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like a little dabble, do ya? But in my case, I like to slam it.
Right.
Because that's just who I am.
Well, and
She does it with all of her desserts, though. She'll just slam the shit out of that
That's
dessert.
not even true.
I'm just kidding. Because she looked at me. She looked at me and said, "That's not even true." And I was like, "No, that's not even true."
So it comes in little.
I haven't even tasted this yet. I've just been smelling
Oh,
it.
I
For like,
slammed
Hey
the
Scott.
whole thing.
Hey Scott. You're gonna want to taste the
I
wine.
don't want to because then it's going to go away. I just want to smell this first.
no, you want it in
slightly
your
more.
mouth.
13.5% alcohol. And it comes in a little mini bottle. It's delightful.
I really
I
would have
wish you
thought
could
with
see-
this much sugar, this color, it would have been higher alcohol. I really would have.
Well, the yeast, when it's fermenting, gets to a point where there's so much alcohol in the wine, it kills the yeast. So it stops the fermentation. Or additionally, winemakers can stop the process, saying, okay, that's as much as I want it to be. So you leave that residual sugar in it. Mm-hmm. Or third case scenario is that you can have what's called chaptalization, where you add, well, actually that's up front, where you add additional sugars to the wine, but you can also add sugars post-fermentation.
Oh my gosh, it's complicated.
That's why I hate making wine.
It's not just grape juice all the time, and there's a little bit more to it sometimes. But this is a killer. This is my favorite dessert wine for sure.
Yeah.
Is a Sauternes.
Yeah.
It's funny. I've had ports. I've had aperitifs. But ports are always like, wow, that's crazy. And I kind of wonder if having a port now for me would be as crazy as I've always thought it was, because I've had enough Sauternes in my life and like dessert wines that maybe a port is.
Port still kicks me in the face.
Yeah?
It's with port they add brandy to the wine after it's fermented, so it's not just straight wine.
Is that where the term brandy
Yep.
wine comes from?
No, that's different. But a port, it's a very different production style of.
We'll have to do that sometime because I
Well,
don't.
I think we'll have to do one specific to dessert wines where we'll talk about ice wine, port, Sauternes, and more in depth. But God, Sauternes, I just love Sauternes. First time, like I was saying, the first time we had,
Scott, do you love Sauternes?
it's okay.
I wish you could see his face right now, listeners, because he's blissed out.
He's in dessert wine heaven.
Yeah, he's like stupid in love with this beverage. It's really good.
You don't need anything else with this. This
No.
is dessert.
No.
And it has a heavy, syrupy,
Yeah.
if you're from Oklahoma, syrupy,
Syrup.
mouthfeel to it. And it's so satisfying.
And you will taste this for days. The first time we had this, I tasted it for 2-3 days. That's all I could think about was this wine. Like it's killer.
It's so memorable.
Do you know how much this ran you?
I think it was $25 a bottle, and
And
it's
it's a
a
mini
half
bottle.
liter.
Right.
So,
So Sauternes, it's not cheap, but
But
it's worth it.
that is reflected in how difficult it is to produce.
Absolutely. There's some years where you
Basically
can't
have to
even.
make raisins.
Yeah, you can't. There's some years depending on how the rainfall and the botrytis and impacts the grapes. Your yield may be great. Your yield may be terrible. You might not even be able to make one year. Mm-hmm. So it's a very tough thing to grow, tough thing to make.
Yeah.
Sauternes. So
but it's like anything that's amazing. It doesn't come easily. It doesn't come cheap. It comes with a little bit of some special circumstances.
Right.
It's like sex.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I mean, you got to
Wait,
pay
what?
for it.
You got to pay for
If you
it,
want the
work
good
for
stuff,
it.
you
You're gonna
gotta
have to-
wait.
yeah, you're gonna have
The
to
thing
Get a
I know
little
about
lucky.
sex
And
is I have to pay for it.
out the ass.
or the front bun.
All right. Is that good on that? This was a shorty.
So we just wanted to do a quick one, tailing on to Sauvignon Blanc, because this Sauternes is a huge thumbs up. This is one we all definitely agree on that we all love.
Yeah. If you're going to dessert wine,
Sauternes.
Sauternes. That's what I always say.
Do it.
All right. That's been Wine Wars Mini. Thanks for tuning in. Like and review us, etc., etc. And remember, until next time.
It's
Just
grape
Sauternes grape juice.
juice.